Good morning, everyone. Ravi here. So today is October. Keep forgetting the dates. October 9th, and time is at about 8:34. Sorry, I'm a bit late, and I will not be on video today. I had to travel to Mysore on a work, and not ready for the video, but that's all right. So yesterday was fairly a good day. I think the Nifty pretty much stayed in the ranges that I was working on, so which are predominantly. One second. Not sure if audio is clear. All right. So as I said, yesterday was a fairly good day because I was predominantly between 12,000 450, I think. Sorry, 12,550, and then my bad, sir, 23,550, and then the 23,300. I think that's where I was operating, especially from the Nifty perspective. I think it went fairly well, and I did make about 3.5%. I think. Nifty also, I did some bit of a directional trade, which I'm going to show today. I know yesterday when you were part of the live stream, I did share some of the trades, and that's what they went quite well. But let me quickly share my screen and present. So I just have one screen today. I don't have too many screens because I'm in a hotel. But let's look at it. What's in store for us for today? All right, so just give me 1 second. All right, so just give me 1 second. So today is Bank Nifty expiry. I know Bank Nifty, I believe a lot of people said that it troubled them quite a bit last, not yesterday, I think Monday, I believe. Monday mainly because there was a Bank X expiry as well. I think it's very difficult for people to trade some of those days. And 1 second. All right. Okay. So I think so. If you look at overall the trend, but before I go to Bank Nifty, let me talk about Nifty itself. Right? So yesterday I was telling, in case if Nifty has to really go up, it has to come back to this channel. I think this is in the journey to come to this channel. If I get rid of all the, let's say, indicators, so I think I should have this indicator, and then I will perhaps get it off. Yeah, this is something that I had put yesterday because I was going long on this in case if it breaks, I wanted to really exit the trade. So that's the reason. But right now, this is a little below the channel at this point of time. So anything can happen. Beyond this, it might probably. And also, the only positive thing that I have is this is a very strong, solid green candle, except there is some bit of a small wick on the top side. But generally, if you look at this kind of a candle after the recovery, it's my view, it's slightly a good candle. Suppose if you look at here, there was definitely some reversal, and then you got to say very similar candle, very small wick on the top, very small wick on the bottom, which means that it's very solid. After that, we had a very solid candle, but again, I'm not sure if we're going to get this kind of candle today. But definitely overall, I would think it's a positive trend at this point of time. But let me, before I get into, let's say, any trades, let me quickly spend some time on the Nifty itself, and I'll come back to Bank Nifty. Nifty right now, it is showing there is a definitely strong resistance at 25,500, 25,500, and then we also have some bit of resistance here. Overall, PCR still shows definitely some bit of a bearish trend, but that's because there was a bearish move last 1 week or so. And the support we see about 24,000, but I think I believe from the numbers perspective, 24,800, that's where the Nifty took the support. Let's look at 24,600 actually, not 800, my bad. So I think this is probably the previous close, right? 24,800. I think my view, that would be a crucial number, at least for this month, and also this weekly expiry. And I mean, the I don't think I would encourage people to really short the P there, but let's see, in case if there is a confirmation bias towards the top end, somebody can definitely go on and do that. But right now, I think it is still hanging out there. But I think from the top side, 26,300 was the highest, right? So that's the reason this is still a great resistance in case if it breaks. My view that all-time high also would be broken down the line. But let's spend some time on Bank Nifty, which is expiring today. I think the Bank Nifty, no brainer, 52,000 is the highest, closest resistance. And then you also have the 50,000. I think if somebody does the trade between these two, I did the trade Bank Nifty also yesterday, made some money. And then I was tempted to take one trade last minute. I couldn't really do a hedge there. But I'll show the trade little in a moment. And let's look at Bank Nifty right now. So Bank Nifty, let's say if somebody takes the trade off, let's say 50,000 and 52,000 here. So CA is obviously a little less the premium. The reason is a lot of people are still betting that it might fall down. So that's the very reason. There are many buyers, they wanted to bet on the market falling down. That's the reason. I think if somebody simply takes this trade is about 1.7%, and margin it is only 45, and then this is a simple iron condor. And I think this doesn't give too much of money, but 700 rupees. But I think this is my view. The probability of trade is also 99%. I think this is probably, my view, is easiest trades that someone can take today. But be cautious in case if again, being an expiry day, there is going to be too much of volatility. Markets can actually swing anywhere 2% up and down. But right now, if you take this trade, this is basically Bank Nifty expiring in the 2% range on a expiry day. The probability is very low. So, but let's see. And also, I think the only one caution that I want to tell is because it's after the recovery, there could be either a strong up move or there could be flat or bearish move also. I know I'm trying to give all the options, but then if somebody is trading, they need to be absolutely be cautious. I think that's the trade. But let me get back to my own trades, right? So Nifty, as I was saying yesterday, I know I did this looks quite massive, but then I think let's talk about the trades. And I do have one for tomorrow's expiry, which is slightly easier trade. I think this is basically if I get it off, let's say where is so this one, yeah, I did heavily shorted the CE. But if I get it off this is basically um, very simple spread, where the bottom side, if in case of the Nifty reverses, I will not be losing a lot of money. But then if Nifty goes in my direction, there is going to be massive money. But then I want to compensate that with some bit of a CE. That's the reason you got to see this heavy loaded 1,000. I know I did not put a hedge here, but I'll add that today, mainly for the margin perspective. But let's see, if I put all the three together, this is how this would look like. This would go, and then in fact, I'm going to add some hedge here. So that's that time it would probably show you. Maybe I'll add the hedge straight away. 23,000, right? So let me add this one, and then this got to be how many lots? 40 lots. All right. This is how it would look like. I know this is not a beautiful picture, but the essence is not necessarily the picture, but we should not be getting into loss. This is how it's going to. I think the both the bottom and then the top, there is not much of a worry. But today, if I get some bit of a time decay, I'm going to exit the center trade. That's the plan for today. Let's say even if I get right now, the margin is about 24. The reason was I did not put a hedge for the CE. But then if I get some 1 or 2 percentages, I will probably get it off that particular trade. And then coming to October also no brainer. In fact, okay, let me clarify this, right? So this CE, this sell I actually wanted to compensate with this one in case if there is a time decay. These two get negated, and then I'll get the time decay advantage of definitely the CE side, the massive time decay. But then this will not do a lot of time decay. But let's also show this trade, right? So this is straightforward upward trend. It's a directional trade, and then the bottom side, if everything goes well, I'm going to lose here. But then if I combine everything, this is going to look something like this, right? So uh, I know it might confuse some of you, but then this is a combination of a bit of a calendar spread and also some bit of a directional trade. So that's what it is. And overall, if you see the overall margin needed for enter this trade is only 19 lakhs versus the previous trade. If I put into bits and pieces, the overall capital looks quite smaller. All right, so I think that's about it. And only thing is, today, as I said, I'm going to buy some hedge for this, and then also I will enter some CE trades for October expiry, so that whatever the CE that I bought, I will get compensated with the CE. So the way which probably I'm planning to do is, let's see if I have just this trade. So I'm going to add, I'll go here and then probably 26,000. That's what I'm thinking. And obviously that's going to be 31st expiry, or even I can actually get on to 24th expiry. The reason is you'll at least get some time decay, right? So I go and then let's say sell 40 lots here. Yeah, I think this is still okay. So we have, considering it's going to be upward trend, right? So even if there is a bit of a downfall, I'm going to gain money on the this particular CE, but then I'm going to lose on the buy position. So that's the thinking at this point of time. So but in case if it goes upward and until 26,000, we'll start making money. And one more option is I can also do, instead of 26,000, I can also do 17th October. I can also do 10th October, which I already did anyway. So let's see if I do 17th October. I'm still at a good place. So the not much of a margin that I need to spend to get this trade up and then running. All right, I think that's the trade there. And then Bank Nifty, I know yesterday I had to, I mean, I have exited my existing trades with a profit, but then I had done this trade almost like last 5 seconds. I think that's the reason I couldn't get the time to do a buy a hedge. But otherwise, I usually never ever take a trade without hedge. So today I think it's all right. So it will probably open between this range. So I'm absolutely be covered. But then eventually I'm going to add some hedges to this. And as I showed in the earlier today, so I'm going to, let's say, buy 60 here, and then also let's say buy 60 here. I think this would reduce the, obviously the capital margin has reduced quite significantly, and then this is probably I would stay here. I think Reliance, I did take a futures trade yesterday, mainly because I saw some bit of an upward trend, and also usually I always try to do a covered call kind of an approach. The reason is, in case if the Reliance goes above this, that's absolutely all right. I'll cap the profit somewhere. But if Reliance falls, I'll at least gain some money from this particular thing, and that's the reason I always do a covered call instead of going with one directional. Even let's say if Reliance goes still here and then stops here, what happens is your ability to make money would be definitely a bit higher. Let's say if Reliance, this is just simply futures, right? If Reliance goes to 29,000 in the normal futures, you will actually make 1.19 and with a margin of 4.97. How do we optimize this? With the same thing, you would now make about 1.34 or 1.38, and the margin is slightly more, but I think 1 lakh you will get a good amount of money. So that's the thinking there. And yeah, you can also see it's 20% here. But then if I remove the options, one second. Yeah, so somewhere it would stop actually. So it only thing is you will have unlimited capability. But then what typically I would do is, in case if it reaches 29,000, I can always exit this option and I can get on to Reliance 3,000 as well. So that is also one more option that I can do. I think those are all the trades for today. I'm sorry I couldn't really come on to the video, but these are all some of the trades, and I will probably do some little trades on Bank Nifty, but I will mostly focus on Nifty. I'll also look at if there are any opportunities in any other stocks or whatever, that I will definitely do. All right. So no, I think it's not today. I believe it's tomorrow. Not today. Is it today? One second. Let me just check. You might be right also. Let me unshare the screen. Usually they do on. Let me just check the calendar. Oh, you were right. So today is the RBI rate decision. Thank you so much, and I'm sure it would definitely bring some bit of. I'm expecting. I mean, RBI ideally should do a bit of a rate cut, and let's see. Yeah, I did take, right, Ram. I mean, it only thing is, to get into the buying, I need to be really be sure, because uh, buying, the only challenge, especially on expiry trade, I would be a little worried about the time decay. But then, if I go back to the trades that I shared, one second. So I did take a buying position here, right? So, but then that is basically, I need to be very sure. So let me, yeah, this thing, if you see, so this is a obviously buying thing, but then I always try to compensate with some bit of a selling, because that's all right. So sometimes what happens is it reaches here, and let's see, if you take this particular trade, right? So let's say combination of these two. So what would happen is, in case if it reaches here and then it stays here, what would happen is you will start seeing the some bit of a time decay. That's the reason you will be able to get the advantage of some of the selling the CE position, which is this week expiry. This is kind of a calendar spread, no rocket science. You are actually, I'm selling October expiry 25,300. Sorry, October expiry, which is 24,000 CE. And then which I think, my view, it requires a massive money. I think, one second, I'm not remember how much money I had put here. Let me take this. Yeah, margin is about 11 lakhs, I think. So, and then, on top of this, I did, let's say I did this one. This is a calendar spread. So yeah, I mean, it would actually stop somewhere here, but then my thinking is, in case if it doesn't go beyond this, right? So I will still make some good money here until here, and then after this, the profits are capped. That's absolutely all right. So somewhere, it's okay to take that kind of a risk. But generally, I do not do buying until unless I see a good confirmation thing there. I think that's the. I hope that that answered your question. So thanks, Dinesh, much appreciated. So I was thinking Friday, uh, and I would have been wondering what happened at 10 o'clock. So thank you so much. All right, so I'm actually in Mysore today. It is a beautiful lighting all over the city, and it's quite good. This is probably first time I came to Mysore during the Dasra time or Vijayadashmi time, which is quite good. I would encourage you to visit. I think I personally felt quite good when I came here. All right then, take care. Bye bye.